Hello everyone, and welcome to the Squarous tutorial for how to get funding on our platform. This tutorial is pretty much going to cover everything about how to submit your project on our new submission page to get funding. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is log in. Obviously, if you don't have an account, you're going to have to make one. I have an account, so I'm going to log in here on our login page. I'm just going to type in my password, and I'm going to log in. So the first thing that you're going to be taken to is the account landing page once you log in. Now what you're looking for is over here to the left with the account buttons over there. This stuff here in the middle is more for investors. It's about, houses and other projects that are recommended for you. But you as a fundraiser want Get Funding, which is down here to the left over fundraising. So when you click Get Funding, you'll be taken to this page. You want to choose if it's a flip project or a rental project. A flip project is something that you're going to renovate to be sold immediately. A rental project is if you're going to keep it more long-term and rent it out to people. But I'm going to submit a flip project for the purposes of this demonstration. So I'm going to click that. And now we are on the new submission page. It's got 4 sections. It's very easy to fill out. This first section here is basic information. I'm just going to type in my name. My name is Sam O. Very self-explanatory. Just fill in the section with your information. So here's my email, info@squarous.com. Company name, Hutchinson Creek Capital. Phone number, just for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to write anything. So I'll type that in there. All right, now there's 2 sections, your address and project address. The your address section is where you physically are, like you or your business, and the project address is where your project is. So I'm going to type in my address, that's 55 Walnut Street in Norwood, New Jersey. And the zip code is 07648. It's in the U.S. for default. And now I'm going to do my project address. I'm going to use 20 Maple Street. That's a new property that we're loading up. It's not the official one that is listed now. I'm just going to make up all the information here for the purposes of this demo. But we're just going to use the 20 Maple Street address for this demonstration with fake information. Okay, so after you fill out the project address section, you'll be taken down here to describe your project fully. And there is a description as to what that means here in this box. Basically, what are your goals? What needs to be done? Basically, type in what you want to do for your project. So I'm going to say purchase a property from a foreclosure, auction, or sale. It is in need of renovation, to be resold. Fix a spelling error here. What else? Plan to completely remodel the inside or the interior of the home. New floors, new appliances. Fix that. New plumbing. Can't even spell plumbing. New plumbing fixtures and furniture will be installed throughout. What else? The project should take about, fix that, 6 months to complete. All right, that should be enough. So you don't have to go overboard, but obviously more information is better. Just tell us about your project. It's very quick and easy, and it gives the investors everything that they need to start a decision. So anyway, underneath that is just some quick information about the house. This is total square footage, lot size, floors, bedrooms, bathrooms, all very self-explanatory. You can also select your property type, either single family or multifamily. I'm going to type in the square footage here. Now I'm going to type in the lot size. It's a single floor home. Bedrooms, it's got 3 of them. Bathrooms, it's got 2 of them. Very simple. When you're done, click Next. So now we're on section 2, and this is the funding information section. Let's say the total purchasing cost is $20. Okay, so for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to use small numbers. This submission page does automatic calculations, and you can see that more clearly with smaller numbers. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to use smaller numbers. So I'm going to say the total purchasing cost is $20, which means I have $20 in equity in the property. Let's say the total funding goal, I need $50. Project duration in months is 6 months. The offered interest rate, this is what you're going to offer investors for investing in your project. I'm going to say 7%, which is a very competitive rate. I'll leave the interest at quarterly. Down here, this is the other funding sources. This is if you are getting a loan from somewhere else to supplement your project funding. This is important to enter. So if your project is very expensive, or you're asking for a lot of money but don't need a lot of money from us, it's good to tell investors where else you're getting it from. There's different options, and it's just very useful to write in. But I am not getting any additional funding for my house, so this doesn't matter to me. So once you're done with that, you click Next, and you'll be taken to the following page. This is Section 3. This section is very important. This is where you break down the entire budget for your project. Obviously, investors are going to want to see what you're spending their money on. So this is the page that you write all that in on. It's broken down very easily. You'll see this section, grand total and EBITDA. That's estimated income before taxes and other expenses. This section here and also grand total, they are automatically calculated based on what you type in. And as I said before, I will use small numbers, so it's very obvious and you can see that very quickly. So, okay, let's scroll up and I'll start typing something in. So let's start with demolition. Let's say I'm going to spend $2 on that. So we scroll down and here we go. Grand total is $2. Let's say foundation is $4. Oh, looks deep. Now it's automatically added it to $6. Now property taxes per month, I'm going to type in $4, and you see how it jumped up to $30? That is because on the previous section here, the project duration is 6 months. It multiplies those two numbers together because obviously these are monthly expenses, the property tax, property insurance, and utilities. So the formula automatically calculates it out for you, so you don't have to with these three sections here and the rest of this page. So, okay, let's add some more things. Electrical. Let's say I'm going to spend $8 on that. Cool. And now it's gone up by 8. Kitchen. Let's say I'm going to spend 20 on that. Now it's gone up by 20. Appliances. Let's say, I don't know, 10. So now we're at 68. Let's go to HVAC. I'll spend $4 on that. So you see how it's adding everything up. It's all automatic, so you don't have to put it in yourself. Fill out whatever you need. Whatever you don't need, you can obviously leave blank. Obviously, not every project is going to need everything on this list, but if you do, fill it in. Use what you need. And ignore what you don't. Down here, this is what you're going to sell your project for. You could just estimate here. So let's say I'm going to sell this house for $120. You'll see now that my estimated earnings is now positive, which is great. I'm now going to type in my realtor commission over here because obviously realtors need to get paid too. Let's say 6%. And you'll see that it automatically calculated and subtracted the realtor commission from the total earnings. Everything is taken into account. The grand total is subtracted from the projected sale price, from the realtor commission, and from a few other things on the previous page. Everything here is calculated for you, and it's really slick. So let's go to the next page. But oh no, we can't. Why is that? Because you need to type in these bits of information here. Everything in red is required. There's required sections on every single page. This is very important information. So we didn't type in property insurance. We didn't type in utilities. And because of that, the grand total wasn't valid. And because of that, EBITDA at the bottom wasn't valid either, because all of that is included in the calculations for that number. So we need to fill all of this out in order to proceed. You're going to be paying property insurance. You're going to be paying utilities per month. It's not free to have a house. So once you type that in, I'm also going to increase the projected sale price just to make EBITDA positive, because if it isn't, it won't let you proceed either. So what's a good number? I will increase the sales price to $400. All right, cool. Now everything's positive and we can click next. And now we're on section 4. Now it's going to let us go to section 4. So this section's pretty simple. Upload pictures, upload proof of ownership. I'm going to choose my picture. This is a picture of the house right here. I'm going to click it. I'm going to open it. You only have to do one, but you can upload more than one if you want. Next, I'm going to do proof of ownership or the deed. Again, any file type will do. I don't really have the deed right now, so I'm just going to click this general spreadsheet here just to move this tutorial along. So now that's there. After you're done uploading, just agree to all of these checkboxes here, the terms of service, the fee structure. You have to manage your project until completion. If you are confused about what any of these mean, at the top of this page, on the Learn More menu up here at the top, all of this information is present for you to read. So once you're done, click Submit, or you can save for later down here, but we're done, so I'm going to say Submit. And now that it's done, it'll say Success. Thank you for completing the form. If you click Continue, it'll take you back to the blank form where you can add another project if you would like. I don't really have any other projects to add, so that's it. We're done. So now, after you submitted it, we'll review your project. I'm going to go back to the My Account menu here, and now we can look at and also edit the project once it's submitted. So to edit, click Edit Draft down here. This was a flip project, so I'm going to click Edit Flip, and here are the projects that I've submitted. Everything's right here. Here's all the info. You can view and edit. I'm going to click Edit, and if you need to make any changes, here's everything that you submitted on that previous page. You can make changes how you like, change what needs to be changed, and when you're done, click Apply right here. Once it's done, it'll say at the top, your changes have been saved, and if everything looks good to you, just hit Save and Close to close the editing page. And this will resend it to us to review. It'll restart that whole review process, and then we'll get back to you when it's ready to be approved. Now, this is submission history. This is once your project is approved and listed on the site, and you can't edit it anymore, but you still want to see it. So this is the project. It's all the information right here. You can even download a PDF summary of your project. This is very useful to see if your project's been approved, if it's on the site. The hits on the right here tells you how many people have viewed it, and it's just a good way to keep track of your submitted projects. So I'm going to go back to my account now. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to contact us with them. You can contact us down here with the Contact Us button on the footer. If you want any information about how the site works, that's under Learn More. Pretty much everything you could ever want is in this section. And that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and have a good